Have you ever like wanted to give up PT? Like during the process, was there like a point you're like, oh, this is just too much. I don't think this is for me. Um, yeah.
Interesting.
What was
Not
that
with
like?
you. So if you do remember, I was also doing Pilates with another person at the same time. So I was doing one day with you and one day Pilates. But I let go of the Pilates because I wasn't getting the benefit that I was getting with you. I wasn't getting that like I know you say you're a fitness trainer, but in the end, as you just said, you trained my mind. My mind changed, my spirit changed, my physicalness changed. So my entire life changed. And we can't underestimate the impact that's had on my book. The times when I'm like, I can't do this. Remember that time when I actually rewrote my entire book in the process?
Yeah. I was completely shocked when I heard that.
I was like, I'm not happy with my book. I'm going to rewrite the entire book. But you are also sharing parts of your journey of taking on things, So I was witnessing you, rising up. You left Function for Life, starting your own business. And there was that pain point as well that you're dealing with. You'd gone and done your Tony Robbins as well. You are up to stuff and playing big games. I was like, fuck me. If Cameron is doing that, so am I.
I mean, I try. I'm constantly inspired by you, so I have to try and lift my game.
It was awesome. But the other thing is that you've had zero ego, but you're the real deal. You know when you're with the real deal, you've never like boasted about yourself, but you just shared authentically, and the results show it for themselves. But also when I was whinging and whining, you never bought into all my whinging and whining. You just always knew how to stretch me. And I think that's a rare gift. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't, you're never soft on me. Every time I'd be like, that's hard. I came out for 2.5 years. I came out after every session saying that's hard, and then floating, loving how I felt about myself. So that is a gift that you had that is like so hard to find out in the world.
Well, thank you for the kind words and sharing some of those memories that we had. What does health and fitness look like for you now, and how does it impact your life now that we're no longer training together?
Yeah, so it was kind of devastating because I was like, what am I going to do? Cameron is now in the UK. And so for me, online, I just online doesn't work for me because I like the accountability. And so I started going to a PT Vision, which is near my home. And that was good because you had trained me in my body. Now I'm going into a place where they've got equipment. So at least I had the basics, and I still have a personal trainer training me. So it was kind of like a progression as well. And also, as you know, when I train, I make lots of loud noises, which my husband is appalled by.
Yeah.
So now I am able to be more regulated when I'm in the gym as well, but with the personal trainer, and I'm able to start going to group classes as well. I am working together, build my confidence to be in a public space like that, to also train with people and be that vulnerable. I didn't feel comfortable with that at the beginning because, I just whinged and moaned with all the pain. So I definitely am reaping the rewards of that relationship now, doing it in a group class as well. So that's how it looks like for me.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm really proud of your progress through there. I think a lot of people could benefit starting with very sort of simple movements. It could be at the gym still, it doesn't have to be from home, but like we had equipment at your place and also at the park. It was minimal, like we had dumbbells, kettlebells, bands, but unlike all the machines and big compound lifts that you see at the gym. And that's how I started as well. I was doing a lot of what we call calisthenics. So a lot of body weight training. Then we start to include a little bit of weights, and that's how I sort of built my foundation for physical strength, and started to grow like a little bit of lean muscle. And then, yeah, over time, I started to really explore other options, and I had a bit more of a capacity to perform exercise movements where I didn't think I could before, or I already had built up a strength. So, like I could do it. And I see a lot of people at the gym where they don't have that foundation, and this is a really big cause of how some injuries occur, because they don't have a solid foundation to begin with when they're lifting, especially when you get to these heavy compound lifts. You got to have like a solid base first before you grow.
And I think that's very powerful what you just said, because like if I were to go to the gym, what would I do? Copy the people I've seen on YouTube lift 80 kilos? I have no idea what's safe or healthy for me, you know?
Yeah.
And so that gradual progression is definitely made the biggest difference in my life, in essence. And now I know I can do it. Like, I'm like, I can do this.
Yep.